Yes. Perfect.
Got it.
Great job, guys. I've just shared a new exercise. If you could click on it, it's on the chat.
See?
Right. So basically here you choose between one or another. That's all.
Okay.
All right, guys. See you in a little bit.
Anthony said that he was hungry. Tara told me that you were ill. He says everyone not tells. Tells, I think. I don't know.
I think 6.
Says everybody that he is French. He told me that he was angry. The doctor said he had to exercise more. That's a great idea, she said. His mother always says, be careful when you. He's 9 years old and still can't say the time. His father told him to stop, I don't know, telling.
I'm not sure because then it's and to tell the truth. I think it's saying because I think it's tell with 2.
Yes, tell is like him. Okay. How do you know what he's how do you know what he's telling? I
Saying
say.
Okay, let's review the things from 6. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
Primero, no, not yet.
Okay.
I didn't send. Anthony said that he was angry. Tara told me that you were ill. He says everybody that he's French. He told me that he was angry. The doctor said she had to exercise more. That's a great idea, she said. Okay. His mother always says, be careful when you. He's 9 years old and still can't say the time. His father told him to stop saying lies and to tell the truth. How do you know what he's saying isn't true? Well,
Okay, I am doubting into. I think it's telling the time. I tell the time. Sorry. I'm not really sure. And the one in telling, yeah, in doubts too. I am doubting a little bit. Let's see. Now let's see this.
okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. One. I will tell everybody. Okay. Almost perfect.
Really good. Okay. Okay, so I will see if we have our exercise. No.
Oh, that's great. Just one mistake. What's good? What's good?
Yes. How was your day?
Busy. Really busy. I am late actually because I was in a meeting. So I just finished the meeting and they're here.
Monday.
Hey guys, hi everyone. Welcome back. Okay, so I'm going to explain today's content. All right, so you've already seen a little bit, but there are some rules that we need to follow. So let me share my screen and I'm going to explain a bit better, okay? Remember, you can always take some notes. This is the last topic of the model B4. And by the way, I'm going to assign the quiz and also the final model quiz, both of them today and until Wednesday, I believe. So, and I'm going to tell you the date of the next model. I believe is
Wednesday, teacher.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let me check. I have a text. I'm going to check in a little bit, but it might be Wednesday, but I think it's Monday, but I'm not sure. Okay, but let me check that. Anyways, so let's start with today's presentation. Okay, good. So let's see. Vale, turn your camera on. Thank you. All right. Maria, could you read this first bubble and the little thing down here too? And Estefania, could you read the second one? Thank you.
Okay. I will call you tomorrow, Friday night.
Okay.
He said that he would call me the next day, the following Tuesday.
Tuesday. All right. Excellent. Thank you very much, guys. So here there are two friends talking, no? And the boy says to the girl, I will call you tomorrow. No, it's a simple conversation. And then we get like a second part of that. And then it looks like the same girl, right? And she's like telling her best friend, he said that he will call me the next day. So she's basically repeating what he said, no? What we're going to learn to recognize is when we use say or said or in other tenses, and when do I use tell or told in other tenses. All right. So first of all, in this example, it's using said. However, we have an extra word. Now take a look to this word. All right. And then she's basically mentioning, no, he will call me. However, it changes a little bit. No, it's not will, it's would. Now just pay attention to those things. So first example, next. Same type of example. Bianca, could you read the first one? And Santiago, could you read the second one? The first bubble, Bianca, and the second one, Santiago. Thank you.
I like Peter.
All right. A girl.
She said she liked you.
Excellent. All right. So this is like gossip situation, right? So same thing. One person is saying something with someone else, no, is talking on the phone. And then the other person is listening to that, and then she goes like, she said she liked you. No? Because this is Peter, obviously. So again, we have say in past tense, no? And then we don't have that word that I told you to remember, right? We don't get that. All right, so I meant there are many ways that we can mention or express when someone is mentioning something and we want to tell it or say it again or tell someone else that. So what is this called? This is called reported statement. It's called reported statement because these are ways that we can basically repeat what someone else is saying. However, we can sometimes say it like with quotes, like exactly, and in some cases we have to change the tense. Okay, so let's start. Let's see, Vale, could you read the first one? Melanie, could you read the second one down here? Vale and Melanie.
Teacher, repeat please. Number 2, he said.
Yes, this.
Okay, teacher. He said I am sick.
All right, great. Mela, second one.
She said that he was sick.
Excellent. So what's the difference between the first one and the second one? Guys, just take a look. Don't say anything. What's the difference? Maybe some punctuation? No? I see a comma here, I see quotes, and then that word that I told you to remember. No? Direct statement means that I'm repeating exactly the same words that someone else is saying, and I use quotes to put that exact words. No, he said, I am sick. I'm repeating what he said. That's called direct statement. Reported statement, that's the one that we're going to practice today. We use, we can use say, said, or we can say tell or told. And we use this word. This word is very important, but it's not always necessarily. However, it helps us recognize reported statement. Usually help us to recognize, okay? So we usually introduce reported statements with reporting verbs, such as say and tell. All right, there are other ones too, such as ask, and the meaning is exactly that. No, they ask. You are just being more specific about what they said. No, basically a question. No, however, we're going to concentrate in said and told. All right, he said that. He told me that. So what is the difference between said and told that we've seen so far, guys? What do you think, Nasa, or Mela, or Bianca, that you haven't participated yet? What do you think? What's the difference between said and told? Mela, I know you want to participate.
Well, you just use when there is no person that you're talking about,
Okay.
and you just use told when the next when you are talking about a person. So he said something, so there is a phrase and sentence, and he told me, it's the action is given to somebody else.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Great. So that's the difference. If I'm going to mention who are they saying whatever message to, I use told. I need to mention the what is called the receiver of the message. If I don't mention that person, I just say or said. All right, it's usually said because it was already said. No, valga la redundancia. It was already said. It already passed. It already happened. So because I'm repeating something that someone else said already, it's obviously past tense. No, that's why I use it. If I'm going to mention who they direct this statement, question, anything, I use told. All right. We're going to practice another example, another exercise again, so you can take a look to it one more time. Very simple exercise, so we can like totally understand the difference between both of them. All right, but that's basically the difference between both. All right. So these reported statements, well, we're not concentrated in this one. However, we might see in some of the exercises. No? But the direct statement, it's going to use the exact words with quotes. All right. So, for instance, Bianca, could you read this sentence, please?
Jackie said, I pose as kid executive.
Yes, thank you very much. Executive. No. So we have quotations. That's part of direct statement. No. Or direct reported speech. So Jackie said, comma, quote, I pose as a KICS executive, quote. So I use quotes when I'm using the exact words, no? But that's used usually with just with set, all right? If I'm going to use someone's exact word, we use it. In reported statements, however, we often use the word that to introduce the reported statement. So it's basically we're saying what someone else we're talking about, no? So the use of that, usually, often, we use it. However, in some situations, we don't need it. It really depends. All right, we're going to learn how to recognize when to use it or when we don't use it. But in reported, we recognize reported statements usually because of this word. All right, that, because it's going to introduce it. Okay, let's see. Stephanie, could you read it? Stephanie, sorry. Read this sentence, please.
Jackie said that she had posed as a key executive. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Executive. Yeah. Executive English, guys. Come on. Okay, so Jackie said that. Now I'm using said. I'm not mentioning to who they were saying this, no? And then I use that to introduce whatever they said, no? So that's important. Sometimes you can leave the word that out and the meaning is the same, but it's quite common to use that, just to have like a better understanding of what you are or what someone else said, no? Estefania, could you read this one again, please?
Okay, Jackie said she had posed as a key executive.
Yes,
Sorry.
No, it's good. It's great. You did it great this second time. So we can leave it out. No, that's fine. The meaning is the same, exactly the same. The sentence is the same. The only thing that we are taking out is that. It really depends how you want to say it, no? But to leave it, maybe to have a clear understanding of the message, it's very common to use that, all right? But if you don't want to use it, that's totally fine. You don't have to. The meaning is the same. And obviously, we don't use quotes or commas, not like here, like in the other statement, in the direct statement. We don't need that. We don't need either quotes or commas. We just write it like that. All right? So far we're seeing set. All right? In this case, is past tense. Why? Because I'm mentioning something that, well, a communication that already happened, no? And I'm reporting it. No, that's why it's reported statement. Direct statement is basically just mentioning something, no? With quotes. Reported statement is mentioning, but we change a little bit the message, no? We're not following or we're not repeating the same words. We're changing it. That's what we're going to learn to do today. All right? Any questions so far? All right, let's see the next one. So, like I mentioned before, these are the most common ones. However, we might see ask also in the exercises, and ask is like tell. No, usually we mention the listener or the receiver of the message. You know, he asked her, he asked me, he asked us. But we'll leave it out so for now. So again, we use say when we don't mention the listener, no? This is the message, no? I can say, no, Melanie, I'm worried. And Melanie then she can repeat my exact words. If it's reported a statement, she doesn't repeat the exact words. She changed it. So instead of saying the exact words, she's going to say, no, the teacher said that she was worried. We changed the tense. So if I mention it in present, I have to change the tense to past tense. No, I'm not going to say, she said she is worried. No, I'm reporting it. That's why I changed the tense. She said she was worried because this was present, and now it already happened. No, I'm reporting it from now to the past, so I changed the tense that she was worried. Or Jackie said she was worried. Now remember, I can leave out that if I want to. And on the other hand, we use tell when we mention the listener. Let's see. Maria Jose, could you read this one, please?
Jackie told Dean that she was worried.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So the listener in this case is Dean. So I'm mentioning, and it goes right after told. No, Jackie told who? Dean. That, I can leave this out too, no? She was worried. Again, it's repeating the words, but it's changing the tense. It's not in present. If I would like to use the same tense, I wouldn't have to use reported statement. No, I will have to use direct statement, and I will have to use the quotes, ¿no? Solo, o sea, si voy a repetir las palabras exactas, no estaría trabajando reported statement, estaría trabajando direct statement, ¿no es cierto? Y tengo que usar la coma después de say or told, if I want to mention the listener, and then quotes, ¿no? En este caso no es así, no estoy repitiendo las palabras exactas, por lo tanto cambio el tiempo. En este caso el verbo es is, so instead of saying am, the verb is be, so instead of saying am, I cannot say it, no? She was worried. So that's basically the difference between say and told. All right, any questions so far?
One question. When you delete the that, so Jackie told Dean, you need to put a comma. She was worried? No?
No.
Okay.
No, you don't need that. Okay, you're welcome. So the meaning is exactly the same, though, no? If you use it or no, it's fine. It's up to you. Okay. Any other question, guys? Okay, great. Next. And obviously in said we don't mention the listener, no? So if I said, Jackie said Dean that she was worried is incorrect, no? Just in told, I mentioned the listener. No, it could be told me, told my mom, told my friend, told Anita, told us. No, the listener can be many people. It could be singular, plural. It could be me. No, but it's just in told when I mention the listener. In said, I don't. If I say it this way, it's incorrect. It's not grammatically correct. Okay, let's continue. So a little summary. No, we use said in direct speech usually, no, but we can also use it in reported speech, but we change the tense, and we can use that if we want to or not. That's up to us, no? In tell, it has to be followed by the listener, no? And we usually use that, but it could be also left out. And we also change the tense, no? Whatever it was said, we change it. And let's see some of the tenses. All right. Any questions so far? Ahora vamos a ver los tiempos. Es similar a los que han estado en clases ayer. Hemos visto que el tema podría aplicarse a todos los tiempos y nos ha confundido algunos. Otros han entendido la lógica bastante bien. En esto es similar. Se puede cambiar de un tiempo al otro. Si se dijo en un tiempo, se cambia a este otro. Entonces, ¿no? Pilas, por favor. Presten mucha atención porque es fácil confundirnos con eso. Aunque es un poco lógico, sin embargo, en algunos sí hay que ver. Okay, let's start with that. You can take notes if you want to. Okay. So, like I mentioned already, we have to change the verb tense. We have to. We cannot say or we cannot repeat the exact word because it's not reported the statement. We have to change the verb. So, for instance, simple. This is the easiest one, no? If the message is in, or the statement that I want to report it is in present simple, such as this one. Santiago, could you help me reading this, please?
There is no Byron Walters.
All right, thank you. So what tense is this, Santiago?
That's a simple present tense.
Excellent, thank you very much. Okay, read the second one too.
Dean said that there was no Byron Walters.
All right, excellent. So what tense is the second sentence?
It's in simple past, and it would be a reported statement.
Yes, excellent, great job. So when we get a simple present and we want to repeat a message that was said in simple present, we change it to simple past. Quite easy, no? In this case, the verb is be, so I change the be in present to past, no? And obviously, if it's singular, I change it to singular. If that applies, no? If it's plural, I change it to plural. All right, that's the first one. Any questions? I'm seeing you, some you're nodding, or you're you know, okay. Second one, obviously quite logic, same rule, digamos. If it's present continuous, we change it to past continuous. Bianca, could you help me reading the first one, please?
Talia, I am not saying anyone.
Excellent. Next, second one, please.
Talia said she wasn't saying anyone.
All right, it's seeing, not the seeing. She wasn't seeing anyone. It's negative, by the way, no? So if the message, the statement is in present continuous, like we have it marked here, we change it to the past continuous. So I'm not is present continuous is negative, no? Negative of past continuous was is for singular, no? Negative was not, wasn't, and then we complete it. All right. Do you understand the logic, guys? We need to change the tense. All right. Any questions? Now, Valentina, you're going to help me, please, with the next one. Okay. Other ones. So, if we also get simple past, we can also change it. No, sorry. If we get simple past, we change it to past perfect. All right. So, if the sentence, statement, question, whatever was already in past tense, I have to change it to past perfect. Okay. Valentina, could you read the first one, please?
Okay, teacher. Dean, I sent the phone recording to Newsline.
Excellent. This is simple past. No? Second tense, please. This one.
Talia, Dean actually said that he had sent the pony recording to us.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So here we easily recognize simple past. No, it's basically the subject and then the verb in the past tense. No. In the second one, we cannot use or repeat the same statement. We have to change it to past perfect. We already seen the past perfect. We know that we use had with all of the subjects. It doesn't matter if it's singular or plural. And then I have the past participle of the verb. No. So here we already have the past participle. No. And well, we just mentioned the reporting statement part. No, Dean said that. And then we basically mention the message again, no? That instead of saying he sent the funny, no, he had sent the funny recording to us. All right. So if I get a simple past statement, message, question, whatever, I change it to past perfect. All right. The past perfect is always had and past participle. ¿No? ¿Se acuerdan? Past perfect always had. The form is subject. It doesn't matter what subject, no? Singular, plural is fine. All of the subjects, when we have had, and then we have the past participle of the verb. It's very simple. No, the structure of the past perfect, it's very simple. No, I just write it on the chat. Okay, any questions? All right, next, let's see who can help me reading this. Melanie. So if we get present perfect, we change it to present perfect. Okay, read the first one, please.
You've just learned a lesson the hard way.
Excellent. Second one, please.
Tony said that she just learned a lesson the hard way.
Excellent, thank you very much. So it's the same structure as continuous, continuous, no? Simple, simple. Perfect, perfect. Just in this one, we might get a little bit confused, no? However, if it's present perfect, we change it to past perfect. So, no, this is have. No, you have just learned. A lesson you've just learned. In the past perfect is instead of have, had, no? Had learned. It's the same thing. We basically we just change either have or has to had. ¿No? Esa es la diferencia entre presente perfecto y pasado perfecto. Ya les he escrito el de pasado perfecto. El de presente perfecto is either have, well, subject, obviously, plus have or had, plus the past participle of the verb. No? So that's the only difference. All right, so so far that's what we need to know. Any questions, guys? Sorry for the noise. Okay, I see some of you taking notes, so I'll leave this for a little bit. But we're going to practice and you're going to start understanding the logic, so no worries, guys. All right, let me see. Maho was taking some notes. Someone else? Okay. So, if the reporting verb is in the present, we don't change the verb tense in the reported state. It's not necessarily, however, if we want to specify, we have to, we can. So let's see, Bianca, could you read this one, please? Both of them.
Talia, I am really worried about Nick. Amy, Talia said that she's really worried about Nick.
All right, thank you very much. So the verb, no, it's present. No, we don't need to. However, in some cases, we might need to just for clarification, or maybe if the whole idea was in the past, but we don't change. No, the verb tense in the present, if it's in the present. Okay. Any questions? I believe that was the last one.
Teacher, I don't know why when it's present we have to change to past simple, right? But we have some cases that we can como que dejarlo ahí, o sea, puede ser igual presente.
Yes, if we are talking in the present tense, for instance, no?
Pero igual podría ser Talia said that she was really worried.
Yes,
Oh,
yes. It really depends of, no, if you are referring to something in the past, like the whole story is in the past, no, and you need to clarify that, yes, you change it to the past simple, no? However, if it's something that it was simply just something you're going to mention, maybe if it's just one thing, that's fine. We don't need to change the tense. However, if you're going to mention more things about the past, the logic will tell you that it's in the past too, because if not, you're mixing different tenses.
Depends of the context. So
Exactly. Yes, exactly. All right. So I have one more, I believe. Oh, okay, by the way, this is the last part. Should I mention now or later? Okay, yes, let's mention it now. It really depends of the situation too, but we have to change the pronouns and the possessive adjectives. So for instance, let's see, Nasa, could you help me reading this one?
okay. Talia, I need to be on the office Wi-Fi. Talia said that she needed to be on the office Wi-Fi.
All right. Obviously, I'm not repeating the exact words. No, that's why I changed the pronoun, no, the subject. Instead of saying I am not repeating it, no. So I change it to she, no, she, because it's a Talia, no, it's like her. she needed to be on the Wi-Fi. And also we can change time words to keep the original meaning, because maybe I'm not talking about that yesterday that could have been mentioned. For example, if there was a conversation between two people and they were referring about a yesterday, but now it's too late, 2 days later, and that yesterday is not my yesterday. You know what I mean? No? If the time changed a little bit and I'm like telling something days before, for instance, I cannot use the same word. I'm not going to say yesterday because maybe yesterday that already happened, no? So I change it to the next day. Bianca, could you help me reading this one?
I met Jackie yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, the next day, Talia said that she will make Jackie the day before.
All right, thank you very much. So, for instance, if I'm mentioning something that happened a little bit ago, I can keep the time change words. No, yesterday, it's still yesterday, no? But if it already happened, it already passed like some time after that, I have to do some changes to the time words. Let's take a look to a list, okay? So now, today, we can change it to that day. If they're talking about today and it happened 2 days ago, not that day. Now we change it to at the moment. Yesterday, like we just see, no? At the day before, or days ago, days before, last week, the week before, no? Do you get the logic? I'm going to put this on Classroom, by the way, the words. Or you can take a screenshot if you want to, but so that's how we change. And if you remember, in the first example, we've seen that what was the name of the character? But I don't know. Nick said to the other girl, "No, I will call you." When you are doing reported speech, you don't use will. No, you change it to would. No, he told me that he would call me. I change it to the future. No, would is referring to the future. If they are using a model and it's can, no, we change it to could. Must or have to, must stay the same, no, and have to, had to. May or might, should, ought to. All right, but usually these two are the most common ones, so no worries. The rest it's basically just logic. No, we know that we get this idea, no, that will and would is referring to the future, can, could is referring to the future. All right, guys, so I believe that's all. After this presentation, I'm going to leave it there so you can take a look at it. Any questions, by the way? But I leave it there in case that you are taking a look to it. All right. So let's run breakout rooms again. Well, let's leave it the same way, okay? Stephanie, oh no. Okay, I'll clear all of them. I'll recreate it. I'm going to change it, okay, guys? Okay, looks good. No, I'm going to change this. All right. So, oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. Let's work first with this exercise. It's basically just to fully understand the difference between set and so. All right, now you will understand better. Sorry. Let me share the link. Okay. And after that, just stay on your group. I'm going to continue sending a couple of exercises. And when we're done working on that, we're going to have a game on Kahoot. Okay? So let me share this through the chat. Oh, sorry, I was just saying to Stephanie. Oh, sorry, I didn't read your. Yes, present perfect is have, has. And not, I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, guys, any questions? We will just basically choose one or another, no? And then we continue. Please accept invitations. Thank you, guys. Hey guys, welcome back. Let's share our responses, okay? So maybe we can start with the first part with Nasa and Majo. Maybe you can share your screen if you still have it open and share the first part. No? What happened? You close it? Okay. Screenshot what happened.
Teacher, it was so bad.
That's why you close it?
Compártelo nomás, Majo, a ver.
Yes, share it. It's the some contractions is what is making you look incorrect. However, I'm sure it was. How much you got to? Yeah, no worries, guys. It's the yeah vale. Hola, vale. Your microphone is off.
Teacher is very. ¿Por qué?
Yeah, I'll share mine. Okay, maybe you can stop sharing yours, but you're going to check with yours. Okay, it's just the typos. Well, not the typos, the contractions, or maybe a period. You know, look, the first one. I'm sure everyone has the first one correct because I check. Mark said he was going away the following day. You might not mention the following day. You mentioned tomorrow. However, if you remember the presentation, no. The second one, her boyfriend said she could keep that coat. In the case of the first one, that it was not implied, no. In the second one, yes. However, we already know that it's not necessarily, no, that that coat because he wasn't cold. Third one, Sue said they had gone to the cinema the previous week. No, the verb changes. No, went, gone. I won't do the essay now. She said she wouldn't do. No, the contraction might make you. I'm going to make it a bit bigger. Fifth, the boy said he hadn't stole my money. No, the tense. That's the only thing that we have to remember. No, if it's past, present simple, past simple. If it's present continuous, past continuous. If it's past simple, present perfect. Is it present perfect, past perfect? No. So it's just logic, not in practice a little bit. The second part, there were some questions. No, I asked him. You could have used that or no. That's why probably you had the incorrect. No, but I asked him why he was so happy. Why he was so happy. I asked him that. No, oh, sorry. No, in questions we don't use that. Sorry. Okay. Maybe that was the mistake. Okay. What are you doing tonight? Luz wanted to know what I was doing tonight. No, continues. Has John left? Mark asked. In this case, I know these two we didn't practice, but I mentioned before, remember? Well, sorry, 1, 3, and 4, no, porque son preguntas. Les comenté, ¿no es cierto? Que los ejercicios podríamos ver, but it's simply because it's a question, no ask. It's just because of that. 4, Mary asked, same is question. I asked if she had to do the cleaning. 5th, Mark wanted to know how much time I had. So those were the questions. No, most of them were with ask because they were questions. Not probably that's the only thing that you got incorrect, or maybe that's all. And in the final part, it was mentioning the listener. No, Victoria told me to check my email. Doris told him to dance. Nelly told me to heal Peter's sister. My boss told me to not work on the following day, or maybe that too. No? And Denise told her children to not to pay. Sorry, not to pay to play inside the house. All right, so that's all, guys. I know it makes you think. I know one class might not be enough to practice because I know we see a lot of tenses. However, no, it's just practice. Well, at least we recognize it, okay? So, okay, guys, that's all. Let me, bueno, les voy a decir en castellano esta parte porque ya se terminó la clase, ¿no? Anuncios del día, les voy a pasar la encuesta, la E2, en la que me califican. Aparte, perdón, voy a asignar el quiz de la B4 y el quiz final de todo el módulo B. Los dos los voy a asignar ahorita hasta el miércoles, pero si pueden, por favor, mañana trabajenlo, ¿no? Y me acabo de acordar que no me he fijado cuándo es, pero las voy a poner en el grupo, ¿ya? Así de todas formas, ven todos. Y eso sería todo, chicos. No sé si hay alguna duda, consulta. Tengo... a ver. 7. Sí, creo que ya están, ¿no? Súper. Ok. Muchas gracias. Termino. Ok. Entonces déjenme sacar una foto a la lista y se pueden retirar. Otra vez la aclaración. El quiz va a estar habilitado desde ahorita hasta el miércoles medianoche, pero mejor si lo trabajan mañana, por favor. Cualquier cosa me avisan por el grupo y ahorita les paso la fecha exacta del inicio del siguiente módulo, ¿ok? Tengan una buena noche a todos.
Bye, teacher. Thanks.
Gracias. Have a good night. Bye bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye guys.